Okay, hello. Today I'm going to show you how to make bishopswein or gluhwein. It's both the same but a different name. Gluhwein is drunken a drink that you drink around Christmas and old and new, going from one year to the other. And I'm going to show you how to make it yourself at home. I mean, you can buy it in the shop, but it's nicer. I didn't like the shop versions. So my wife knew how to make bishopswein, gluhwein herself, and from that moment I was hooked on that particular gluhwein. So I'm going to teach you how. It is pretty simple actually. I'm going to show you in short how it's done. Okay, you take red wine. Something like this. Well, this is a simple wine, a simple red house wine, in this case from the Albert Heijn, but you can take any not too expensive wine. What you do is take, and you do this per liter, is 1 orange and 1 lemon per liter, and 1 stick of cinnamon. That's this one. This is 3 liters. This is a big, huge pan, big, huge soup pan. And you take normally per liter a cup of this sugar, this amount of sugar. But we found out, I just tasted it, that 2 of these cups is actually pretty sweet for this amount. So you might do as well with half of it, starting half of it. 1.5 cup of this, or 1 cup, and then add it after your taste. And I don't know how big this is. Well, you can see my hand, and you can see the beaker it's in. I did 2 of these beakers right now in this, and it's too sweet. What you then do is heat it up slowly. Don't cook it, because if you start cooking it, the alcohol is leaving. And what you also see is that you put a certain kind of herb in it. And I have to be honest, I don't know the English name for the herb, but it is this. In Dutch it's called kruidnagel. And in English I don't know the name, but this is the herb. You can find it, and you usually do it with meat. But well, now you put it in the fruits. As you can see, you put it in the fruit. You press it in through the skin of the fruit. 4 of these herbs in the lemon, and 6 of these herbs in the orange. And that gives a nice taste. And then you heat it up. Don't let it boil. And yeah, you can see the black spots here. These are the herbs that are pressed into the fruits. You can punch it in a hole in it, and then put that herb in. I don't know what the name of the herb is, but we use it regularly with wild meat, with game, actually. But now you put them in the oranges and in the lemons, and you stir it while heating. Don't let it cook. We call this stuff a gluhwein. Gluhwein comes from glowing. It's German for glowing, and gloeien in Dutch. Gloeien, glowing wine, warm wine. You have to drink it warm. And if you drink it warm because you boiled it, what you do is add some little alcoholic stuff, and we call it, is this jenever? No? Or what is it? It is flacon de cuisine, old tawny. I don't know what it is. Jenever, or I don't know what it is. But this is a little alcohol that you put after heating it up, and just before serving. I'm not going to put it in right now, but just before serving, I put a little of that. A few drops, maybe a little, very little, not too much per glass. And then afterwards, after I finish this, I will filter it like this. I put the filter on top, just with a regular filter. And I put it on the flask, and I pour it in back so I can store it for a while. Because this weekend, this Sunday, we're going to get some guests, and I want to serve this. And like I said, the sugar amount in this case is we put in 2 of those beakers, and right now it's pretty sweet, maybe actually a little too sweet. So start with 1 beaker and slowly adding more and more after your taste. Taste it in between, and you have to cook it, or no, not cook it, but heat it for about half an hour to get the taste of the oranges and the lemons into the wine. Heat it up a little. And you put in 3 per liter, 1 stick of cinnamon, like this. Because I have 3 liters here, I put in 3. So in this case, these oranges are a little small, so I've put in 4 of them. According to my wife, I had to put 4 of them in, and 3 lemons. And in this case, I took a soup pan, a big soup pan, to make this stuff, because we're going to have some guests, and I wanted to make some more, including some for ourselves. Well, okay, this is what we do usually is drinking this stuff for Christmas and for New Year, all the New Year to celebrate it. And folks, Christmas is a Christian event. We celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. That's where Jesus Christ comes from. Christ Mass. Usually people in the old days went to church having a Mass and celebrating the birth of Christ. Christ Mass. That's where it comes from. And our Salvator, God, actually came to us in the flesh, in baby Jesus. And Jesus grew up as a man, just as you and I did. So he could understand us better. He went through all the same trouble that we have went through, so that he can stand next to you in your trouble. And that's why God actually came down as a human being, so he would understand himself as a human being what you are going through, and where you need help, because he became human himself, so he knows where he's talking about. Okay, and that's what we're celebrating, that God came to earth about 2,000 years ago. Okay, the date of 25th December is most probably not the correct date, but okay. I don't think it's too important, but, well, for those who are more pure in the Bible, it might matter. We actually think he was actually born in at the time of Sukkot. That is earlier this year, September, October. That's what we think. If you look at the Bible and you calculate back, then most probably he was born at Sukkot. But okay, the regular Christian world celebrates it right now with Christmas. And I wish you all the best with Christmas, and I wish you a happy New Year, and I hope to make a lot of movies next year too. Okay. I have to put it back. Okay. All the best for now. Have nice days, celebrating days, and hope you enjoy the gluhwein. Okay, bye bye.